Earlier we have seen the properties of addition. The next is properties of subtraction. First one is a closure property. We have seen the closure property in the addition also. So what was that? If I will add two whole numbers, my answer will always be in a whole number. But here you can see what is written. The difference of two whole number is not always a whole number. In addition, if I will add two numbers, our answer will always be in a whole number. But for the subtraction, it is not always a whole number. Why? So here we will prove that why the subtraction of two whole number will not always a whole numbers. So first, here three examples are given, three cases. First is subtraction of two equal whole numbers. Subtraction of two equal whole numbers result in a whole number. Means 7 is a whole number. 7 is a whole number. Subtraction of two same whole number. Subtraction of two equal whole number is 0. So 0 is a whole number. So yes. So in which case we can say that the difference of two whole number is whole number? Why? When the two equal whole numbers, when we subtract two equal whole number, my answer is a whole number. Second case, subtraction of smaller whole number from a larger whole number. Subtraction of smaller whole number from larger whole number. 13 is whole number. 19 is also whole number. So 19 minus 13. 19 minus 13 equal to 6. 6 is also whole number. So here what I can say that 19 is a whole number, 13 is a whole number and 6 is also whole number. So we can get the another case is that when we subtract bigger number minus smaller number, or I can say when I subtract the smaller number from bigger number, at that time whatever answer I will get, that will be always in a whole number. Now the third case. Subtraction of a larger number from a smaller one. Subtraction of a larger number from smaller one. Smaller number minus bigger number, 15 minus 7 is not equal to a whole number. Listen, it is possible. 15 minus 17 is possible, but till now we have studied only the whole numbers. If I will subtract these two numbers, then I will get the integer number. So right now, the integer number is not in our syllabus. So what I can say that 15 minus 17. 15 is a whole number, 17 is a whole number. But our answer will be in integer. So subtraction of bigger number from smaller number will not give you the answer in a whole number. So what is the conclusion of these three examples? If A and B are two whole numbers, if A and B are two whole numbers such that A greater than B or A equal to B. If A greater than B or A equal to B, then and only then A minus B is a whole number. If A greater than B or A equal to B, as we have seen that A greater than B and here A equal to B, A equal to B or A greater than B, then and only then A minus B is a whole number. But in which case when the A is less than B, here A is less than B. So in that case the answer is not possible in a whole number. This first property is closure property. The second property is commutative law. Commutative law, as we have seen in the addition, commutative means if I will interchange the order of two number, answer of the addition is same. If I will interchange the order of two number in the addition, 5 plus 7 equal to 7 plus 5. What we call the subtraction? Let's see. Two whole numbers cannot be subtracted in any order. Two whole numbers can be added in any order. कोई भी order में we can add, but we cannot subtract in any order. So let's see the example. 7 minus 4 is 3. Yes, 7 minus 4 is 3. 7 whole number, 4 whole number, 3 whole number. Now if I will interchange the order, 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7 is possible, but it will give the answer in integer. So it is not a whole number. So 4 minus 7 is not defined in a whole number. So can I say that the subtraction is not a commutative for a whole number, because commutative means if I will interchange the order. In the commutative property, we have to deal with order. In addition, if we will change the order, our answer is same. But for subtraction, we cannot change the order of numbers. So what is the conclusion? If A and B are any two whole numbers, if A and B are any two whole numbers, then A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Here is property of 0. We have seen this property of 0 in the addition also. What was that? If I will add 0 to any number, my answer will be the same. If I will add 0 to any number, my answer will be same. So let's see what is the property of 0 for the subtraction. If 0 is subtracted from any whole number, the result is the number itself. Obviously, if I will add 0 to any number, my answer is same. If I will subtract 0 from any number, my answer is same. So 7 minus 0 equal to 7. 7 minus 0 equal to 7. A whole number. A whole number means 7 minus 0 equal to 7. So 7 is a whole number. But 0 minus 7. If I will interchange the order, 0 and 7 is not defined in a whole numbers. Yes, I told you earlier also. Smaller number minus bigger number is defined in the integer. So it is not a whole number. So what is the conclusion here? If A is any whole number, if A is any whole number, then A minus 0 equal to A is right. But 0 minus A is not defined in a whole number. So what is the property of 0 in the subtraction? If 0 is subtracted from any whole number, if 0 is subtracted from any whole number, the result is the number itself. This is the property of 0. The fourth one property is associative law. Associative law. Again, I repeating the same. Association means group. Association means group. So here also we have to make the group of numbers. So first, subtraction is not associative for a whole numbers. Addition में तो बोल दिया गया था कि if I will add the numbers in any order, first two group, last two group, whatever we will do, our answer will be the same. But why it is not for subtraction? कोई भी चीज़ अगर मैं आपको बोल दूंगी, so will you accept that? No, you should not accept the things. You should ask for the proof. So here associative में बोला कि वो नहीं है whole numbers के लिए. Why? Let's check. 3 number subtraction. 7 minus 3 minus 2. So first I am making the group of 7 minus 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4 minus 2 as it is. So 4 minus 2 equal to 2. And here now I will make the group of last two numbers. 7 as it is minus 3 minus 2. 7 as it is, 3 minus 2 is 1. So 7 minus 1 equal to 6. So is it the same? No, that's why the subtraction is not associative for whole numbers. So what is the universal? If A, B, C are any three whole numbers, if A, B, C are any whole numbers, then A minus B means the group of first two number and the group of last two number will not same. So subtraction is not under the associative law. The fifth one is inverse operations. Inverse operation. Have you ever listened the word inverse? Inverse means ulta. Inverse means ulta. So let's check what is the inverse operation. The operation of addition and subtraction are inverse of each other. Operation of means addition and subtraction का जो हम operation करते that are inverse of each other means एक दूसरे का क्या है उल्टा. Let's check how it's saying that its operations are inverse. 21 minus 5. I want to do the 21 minus 5. So 21 minus 5 is 16. 21 minus 5 is 16. Now if I want to do the inverse thing, यहाँ पे मैं ऐसा कौन सा उल्टा चीज़ करूँ तो मुझे कुछ आंसर मिलेगा. So here if I will do the addition of answer with this 5 plus 16. 21 minus 5 equal to 60. If I will add these two numbers, I will get my question. 5 plus 16 equal to 21. So here the addition and subtraction are inverse of each other. If a comma b comma c are any three whole numbers such that a minus b equal to c. If a minus b equal to c, then b plus c. Then b plus c equal to a. So which properties we have seen for the subtraction? First is the closure property. Then the second is commutative law. The third is the property of zero. Fourth one is associative law, and the fifth one is inverse operations. Listen students, if you are thinking that what is the property and why we have to learn that, listen, you don't have to learn these sentences here. You don't have to learn the sentences over here, just you have to understand the meaning of each and every property, because in the exercise the questions may like that: use the associative property, use the property of zero, use the commutative property and solve the sum. So that at that time you should aware of the property. So you just learn the property and what is the property indicating. Don't go for the sentences. You don't need to learn these sentences. Okay.